Did you already started?
It's in the
Has it
process
already
now.
started?
Yep.
What?
You guys are already the thumbnail.
Hello, live stream. How's it going?
Cameron, get out.
Never. Wait, can you see my whole face?
Pretty
Hello.
much.
Hi. Live stream. So nice to see you. That she's playing music over me.
Yep.
I'm gonna leave now.
It's so dark you can just like barely see an outline of your face.
Why is that dark?
We have someone on already, and that's what makes it funny.
Oh really?
Yes.
Wait. Who's checking in? Put comments down below in the comments. Tell me who you are.
They said hi, Josiah.
Hi, Josiah.
We have another person on too.
Oh, hello, people. We're about to start, and I'm not going to talk anymore. So have a great night.
Try to sell you was made in the image of God. Craftsmanship is in your cells, girl. You and I have no more than just the Buddhist priest. You were made to oversee this creation of the king. Now, flash me a pass, I can cop this got some power. You should be attuned to encourage and empower. Stop running around with women like the little dog you do. If she disrespect herself, show her who she's
Grab a table.
Stop attacking.
That's illegal.
Actually holding.
Oh,
Sydney, did you get your spot today? What? Did you get your parking permit today?
No.
Literally, I did not do my photocopy of my registration stuff, so Mr. Forrest snuck us in and got it. So right as we came out, they moved up the line, stood out there for 3 hours. And like half of our class got eliminated for having gear on campus.
No, I know. I literally. Here's what's annoying. We walked up at like 5:30, and they're like, "We're closing it down because the line's too long."
The line was beyond long. Like we got there at like 1:50, and then we went inside to go get that. And by the time we came out, they just moved the line. And me and Katie Garrett stood in line for 3 hours, and we were the second people. And then we got moved all the way to like the middle of the back, and we didn't get done till like 5 something. It was ridiculous. It was horrible.
Instead of opening directions for juniors tomorrow, they should just have another senior room. Because none of us got our stuff.
Or maybe they should have like more than just one person doing like the way they set it up was the opening to the bookstore. You had like them checking all your stuff and you'd face a gym side or other side, and then you'd go to a separate line to pay. But there's only one person like at a time doing stuff, and it was just stacked up.
You first. You're more important.
Make yourself look good on the screen.
What's good, guys?
It's okay. Cameron was like talking, and then right as a person came in, and it was hilarious.
Say hi, Jojo. Oh, you said hello.
Yeah, I said hello. At least I tried to.
What's good?
Oh, Tyler. We don't have a bumper video. Nope. It stops after 3 seconds and there's 0 sound.
Bumper video?
Yeah.
Try it from there.
Hey, Tyler.
It stops at 3 seconds. And there's no sound.
Then cut it. We'll just go without it. Thank you. Thank you for testing. It worked when I played it earlier.
Somebody clean your classroom here. Where is it?
some moves? Yo, what's the moves? Yo, we bump some moves. All right. How's everybody doing tonight? Hey, I will say, it is so good to see you guys. This is seriously like my favorite part of the entire week. And I'm stepping on cords over here. As long as nothing like falls over on the stage, we're good to go. Hey, couple things for you. Number one, I'm glad you're here. Number two. It's like part B of number one. If you're watching us online, thank you for being here. I know I saw a few of you already hitting the comments. Everybody say hi to online. Oh, that was so sweet. That's so cool. Hey, we're glad you guys are here, and you're every bit as much a part of us as what's in the room. Actually, they don't smell as bad online, so they might be cool. I'm just kidding. Hey, it's good to see you. A couple of quick announcements for you. Just want to make sure that you guys stay in the loop. And then tonight we're jumping right into worship. So, number one, announcements that I have for you is this. We are kicking off on this Sunday morning our small groups. Now, if you haven't been here for a small group before, it's pretty much the heartbeat of what we do. So it really helps you to connect with other people that are in your same life stage or in your same place in life. And so what we want to ask you guys to do is be here this Sunday morning, either at 9 a.m. or at 10:30 a.m. It's the same thing, you just have two options because we're all about options, right? Just like people have options to eat Whataburger, but really the only option is to eat In-N-Out, right? Yeah. Anybody a Whataburger fan? I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, guys. No, just kidding. That's good. Hey, but you have an option, 9 a.m. or 10:30, and we're going to celebrate our small group launch with Small Foods. And so if you've ever seen like Small Foods, like the crazy, weird, awkward phenomenon online, we're going to be watching some of that stuff. We're going to be eating somewhat small food. So you can be here for that. We'll have food. We'll ask you guys to hang out, eat food with us. And then we'll get kicked off with our first week of small groups in like 6 months. So it's kind of a big deal. You don't want to miss it. And then the other thing is if you are in 9th or 10th grade, would you just raise your hand? 9th or 10th grade? Close enough. Yep, 9th or 10th grade. Hey, you guys raising your hands, you're pretty cool. We're throwing a party just for you guys. If you're not in 9th or 10th grade, sorry. 9th and 10th graders, we are throwing a pool party. Sydney's like, yep, demoted, I'll take it. We're throwing a pool party on September the 27th, Sunday night, last Sunday night of September. And so we're throwing a pool party for you guys. We'll have food, we'll have games, we'll have the pool. I may or may not be bringing spoons that we can play where the spoons are actually in the pool. So it's going to actually be really intense. I'm super excited for it. So you guys are going to want to be there for that. If you want to get on that list and get the address, come and find me after service. I'll make sure that you get that or shoot us a message and we can make sure that you get that announcement. And that address. They need that address, don't they, Cameron? Hey, Cameron. Hey, Cameron. How's baseball going? My team beat his team last night.
Oh, good job.
It was a doubleheader and we lost the first one. So. It was a wash. So there's that. But hey, here's what's going to happen. We're going to get started with some worship here in just 1 second. So I'm going to pray for you guys, and then we're going to get started with that. So wherever you're at, if you'll bow your heads, I'll pray for you, and then we'll get kicked off with worship. Dear God, thank you so much. I thank you that in the midst of the wildness that's happening in our world, that we have the ability to come and to worship you. That we get to leave all of our distractions behind, and that at the end of the day, we get to focus on you and you alone. I pray that you would be in our midst tonight, that you would be glorified with our praises, and that at the end of the day, nothing would keep us from focusing on you. Pray all this in your name. Amen.
All right, stand up. Let's do some worshiping tonight. Great is your faithfulness. Great is your faithfulness, oh God. You wrestle with the sinner's restless heart. You lead us past the waters into mercy.
and nothing can keep us apart. So remember your people, remember your children, remember your promise, oh God. Come on. Your grace is enough. Your grace is enough. Your grace is enough for me. Great is your love and justice, God. You use the weak to lead the strong. You lead us in the song of your salvation. And all your people sing along. So remember your people, remember your children, remember your promise, oh God. Your grace is enough. Your grace is enough. Your grace is enough for me. Sing that again. Oh, your grace is enough. Your grace is enough. Your grace is enough for me. Oh, your grace is enough. Heaven reaches out to us. Your grace is enough for me. God, I sing your grace is enough. I am covered by your love. Your grace is enough for me. Your grace is enough. Your grace is enough. Your grace is enough for me. One more time all together. Your grace is enough. Your grace is enough. Your grace is enough for me. For me.
I need you to soften my heart and break me apart. I need you to open my eyes to see that you're shaping my life. All I am, I surrender. Give me faith to trust what you say, that you're good and your love is great. I'm broken inside, I give you my all. I need you to soften my heart and break me apart. I need you to pierce through the dark and cleanse every part. All I am, I surrender. Give me faith to trust what you say. That you're good and your love is great. I'm broken inside. I give you my life. 'Cause I may be weak, but your spirit's strong in me. My flesh may fail, my God, you never will. 'Cause I may be weak, but your spirit's strong in me. My flesh may fail, my God, you never will. Give me faith to trust what you say. That you're good and your love is great. I'm broken inside. I give you my life. 'Cause I may be weak, but your spirit's strong in me. My flesh may fail, my God, you never will. 'Cause I may be weak, but your spirit's strong in me. My flesh may fail, my God, you never will.
Sing that again. 'Cause I may be weak, but
Your spirit's strong in me.
my flesh may fail. My God, you never will. 'Cause I may be weak, but your spirit's strong in me. My flesh may fail. My God, you never will. He is jealous for me. Love's like a hurricane. I am a tree bending beneath the weight of his wind and mercy. When all of a sudden I am unaware of these afflictions eclipsed by glory. And I realize just how beautiful you are and how great your affections are for me. And oh, how he loves us all. Oh, how he loves us. How he loves us all. Oh, how he loves us so. Oh, how he loves us. How he loves us so.
He is jealous for me. He loves like a hurricane. I am a tree bending beneath the weight of his wind and mercy. When all of a sudden I am unaware of these afflictions eclipsed by glory, and I realize just how beautiful you are and how great your affections are for me. Oh, how he loves us so. Oh, how he loves us. How he loves us. And oh, how he loves us so. Oh, how he loves us. How he loves us. We are his portion, and he is our prize, drawn to redemption by the grace in his eyes. And if grace is an ocean, we're all sinking. So heaven meets earth like an unforeseen kiss, and my heart turns violently inside my chest. And I don't have the time to maintain these regrets when I think about the way that he loves us. Oh, how he loves us. Oh, how he loves us. Oh, how he loves. Yeah, he loves us. Oh, how he loves us. Oh, how he loves us. Oh, how he loves. Yeah, he loves us. Oh, how he loves us. Oh, how he loves us. Oh, how he loves. Yeah, he loves us. Oh, how he loves us. Oh, how he loves us. Oh, how he loves. He loves us. Oh, how 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 he loves. Lord, I thank you for your love. I pray that we would remember that. Pray that we remember how much you love us, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen.
All right. Oh, mic's hot. The mic's hot. Well, my mask is about to fall off. All right, we're good. All right. Hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, school is going, show me with your fingers, 1 through 10. 10 being like, yo, I love school. 1 being like, I'm done. I'm cool. I'm good. 8? Some of y'all are like rocking it. A 7? A strong 6? You added strong in front of it, so that helps. A 9? Okay. So, yeah. 10? Who's got a 10? All right. All right. I see you guys. I see you. All right. Anybody like a 1? Like, I'm done. I'm out. Seth is like, this is my last year. I'm done. I'm done. Anybody is double zeros? That counts. 1? Yeah. That's all right. Hey, if you've got a Bible, we're going to use that today at some point, I promise. It's all right, we're going to use it in the Bible, Luke chapter 19. So I'll let you flip there or click there or make your way there or scroll there. How do you get there? Get there. Luke chapter 19. And we're going to start with something a little fun. A little fun. It depends on how intense you guys make it is how fun it's going to be. So all of that to say, here's what we're going to do. We're going to play a little bit of sort of 2 truths and a lie, but we're going to use a couple more things than that. So it's going to be a few different things, and what I'm going to do is tell you facts about me. Well, maybe facts. And you're going to get to tell me if they are true or false so that you guys can get to know me a little better. So here's the deal. We're going to start with this one. My high school... Now, don't you help your neighbors, all right? Because God is watching, and I don't know, he may or may not send out a lightning bolt. I'm saying maybe it's a possibility, all right? But here's what I'm asking you to do. Tell me whether it is true is thumbs up or false is thumbs down. All right? My high school mascot was a demon. Or the demons.
No.
Demons. True or false? True. True, I had a demon as my high school mascot. False, I did not have it. All right, everybody ready for this? True.
No.
True. I went to Duncan High School, Oklahoma, America. We were the Duncan Demons. And let me just tell you, it was so fun to go to church camp and wear all my demons stuff. Like, it was legit. I will actually, maybe I'll have to break out my Letterman's jacket so y'all can see me rocking with the demon on. Y'all are like, no, don't do it. Wow, I hate y'all. All right, no, just kidding. Just kidding. I used to wear that thing all the time. All right. So my high school mascot was a demon. Okay. All right. Here's number 2. Your boy was president of Key Club. True or false? Key Club is Junior Kiwanis. In case you're Key Club. It's like an activist organization. True or false? Little Kiwanis. So it's called Key Club, like activist organization. True or false? Hang on now. Watch out, son. It's actually false. All right, it's actually false. Now, I was in Key Club, but I just wasn't president. So there's that. All right, here we go. Y'all ready for this? Your boy was involved in what? I'm not even done. It got serious. Your boy, Tyler, was involved in 8th grade show choir. True or false? True or false? You guys go ahead and let me know. True, false? Some of y'all aren't voting. All right. True. Your boy was in show choir. Little jazz square. Woo! That wasn't even a good jazz square, but that's okay. You guys get the point. I sang a little bass back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So hey, I did a little bit of the show choir, like shiny vest with glitter on it and everything. I had the red vest. I wasn't even ready. I think I burned all those pictures. I think I want those pictures. All right, we're gonna go one more round. All right, I gotta make this a good one. Let's see. Hang on, don't hate. I got a lot of interesting stuff in my life. All right. At age 16, I fake proposed to Taylor Swift? True? False. Hang on, I'm not that old. Hang on now. True or false? I fake proposed to Taylor Swift. True or false? I was 16, so it's 10 years ago. 10 years ago. What? Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. I fake proposed to the Taylor Swift. To Taylor Swift. True. Hang on. Hang on. Just vote. Just vote. Just vote. True. Tyler fake proposed to Taylor Swift, or false? Tyler did not. All right. I'm actually gonna say here. I actually have picture proof. I didn't put it on the screens tonight. I'll have to show you guys later. I did actually propose to a Taylor Swift lookalike at one of the Taylor Swift concerts out front. Like legit, there's a picture of me and I proposed with this girl. She literally looks just like Taylor Swift. So random fun fact, I have fake proposed to a fake Taylor Swift. So that doesn't make it real or anything, but two truths and a lie. Actually, I went to a Taylor Swift concert with a good friend of mine. We were two bros going to the Taylor Swift concert, making it happen. Two bros making it happen. Hey, back then she wrote about country music. Now she writes about, I don't even know what she writes about, but all right, here we go. We're gonna read today out of Luke chapter 19. Let's go ahead and dive in here. Luke chapter 19. Now that you know all about me, let's read starting in verse 1. Jesus entered Jericho, and he made his way through the town. And there was a man there named Zacchaeus. Hey, and Zacchaeus was a... Yes, all right. I had to take a little detour on that. That's not in the Bible. The wee little man part's not in the Bible, just in case you're wondering. He was the chief... Hang on. He was the chief tax collector. Gross. He was the chief tax collector in the region. And he had become very rich. He tried to get a look at Jesus, but he was too short. So it doesn't say wee little man. It says he was too short to see over the crowd. So he ran ahead and climbed a sycamore fig tree, actually a fig tree, beside the road, for Jesus was going to pass that way. When Jesus came by, he looked up at Zacchaeus and called him by name. Zacchaeus, he said, quick, come down. I must be a guest in your home today. Zacchaeus quickly climbed down, took Jesus to his house in great excitement and joy, but the people were displeased. He has gone to be the guest of a notorious sinner. They grumbled. Meanwhile, Zacchaeus stood before the Lord and said, I will give half my wealth to the poor, Lord. And if I have cheated people on their taxes, I will give them back 4 times as much. Jesus responded, salvation has come to this home today. For this man has shown himself to be a true son of Abraham. For the Son of Man came to seek and save those who are lost. Now you are reading this and you're probably looking at me like, what on earth? Or as my daughter would say, what in the world? Here's the thing. When you're reading this, you don't understand this. Let me give you some context for this. Here's some clues, some context clues for those of you in English class, all right? The context clues we're looking for here are this. He says eventually Zacchaeus admits, I will give half my wealth to the poor, Lord. And if I have cheated people on their taxes, I will give them back 4 times as much. You see, these tax collectors, maybe they weren't paid the best. So how they were able to make ends meet or become rich, as a matter of fact, not just make ends meet, is on top of what the government told them to take as taxes, they were able to add whatever charges they wanted to, and it was legal. So if your taxes were $10, they could say, actually, I'll take 20. If they wanted that. Or they could say, actually, I'll take 40, or I could take 15, whatever he decided that day. If he's like, you know what? I need a new Gucci watch. Let me see. Here we go. I'm going to charge triple or quadruple or whatever he's going to charge. All right. Or he's like, man, I need some Taco Bell today. I'll just charge you $2 extra and I'm good. Although, have y'all seen Taco Bell changing their menu?
Kill me. Yes. Tostadas. That's the point of the Mexican food restaurant.
Y'all.
Tostadas.
I might have to go have a conversation. But back to the conversation at hand. Here's the thing. This tax collector, he was able to do whatever he wanted to do. The moral people, whether it's church people or not church people, didn't matter if they followed Jesus or didn't follow Jesus, nobody liked the tax collectors because they just took all the money they wanted. Nobody was friends with the tax collectors. So Zacchaeus really didn't have any friends. He had money, but no friends. He was alone. And here's what happens. Jesus is walking through town. Zacchaeus is like, man, I want to see this guy. He climbs up in a tree. Now you have to imagine this. So I want to ask you just to put yourself in these shoes of these people. Jesus is coming through town, all right? He's walking through town. There's a big crowd around him. The crowd is walking with him. Zacchaeus is trying to see over the crowd. He can't, so he climbs a tree. Good plan. Here's the thing. There's the big crowd. There's Zacchaeus in a tree. Jesus is walking. Jesus, never having met the man before, stops in the middle of the crowd, turns and looks at the tree, and what does he say? Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus. What he does is he stops in the middle of the crowd and says the man's name. You see, we're kicking off a series today. We're calling It's Personal. I shared some facts with you tonight about myself that maybe I somewhat proposed to a Taylor Swift lookalike. It was only a ring pop. It was only a ring pop, so I don't know how much it counts for. Here's the thing. I did have a high school mascot of the Demons. I actually was a president of the Key Club. And that's just some facts about me. But here's the things you need to know about me. Is that I've seen a lot of things in life. I've been a couple different places. I've driven a few cars, and I've seen a lot of things. But one thing that's personal to me is that at the end of the day, my life has been changed by this guy named Jesus. Much like Jesus came up and out of nowhere said, Zacchaeus, at one point in my life, while I was at a church service in a middle of nowhere Oklahoma town, he called out my Oklahoma roots, in the middle of nowhere in an Oklahoma town, sitting about halfway back at a revival service, you don't even know what that is, on a Sunday night, I'm sitting in a pew, and Jesus said, Tyler. He wasn't in the room, it's not like a Sixth Sense type thing, but he said, Tyler, he called me in that moment. You see, it's personal because Jesus knows your name. Jesus knows your name. And at the end of the day, so many of us, myself included, just want to be somewhere where people know our name and care about us. And we have that in Jesus. Jesus is in the middle of a big crowd, people that all wanted to see him, people that were well-liked, that had money, that had all of these things. And here's what happened. At the end of the day, Jesus said Zacchaeus. He knew who he was. He knew the man by name. He doesn't stop there. He goes and says, quick, come down. I must come be a guest in your home today. We've talked about this a couple of times before, but the other thing that we've talked about is this. When we continue this conversation, in biblical times, when you invited someone to your home, it wasn't just a like, hey, come and hang out, play board games. It was, hey, man, I'm endorsing you. We are tight. We're homies. We're a squad if you come to my house. We are together. I am approving of you. I'm attaching myself to you. So Jesus going to Zacchaeus' home meant that he was sort of approving of this guy who was stealing money from everyone else. And everyone else is like, what in the world? He's going with a notorious sinner. Like, what is Jesus thinking? Jesus upsets the apple cart. Jesus takes all of these other rules and things that were in place, all of these different things that were supposed to be the norm. And Jesus said, forget all of that. I know this man by name. I know his name and I care about him. He said, Zacchaeus, come down. He goes to his house. Now, here's the thing that happens. Out of really nowhere, if we're just reading this as a dialogue, Jesus is like, hey man, hey Zacchaeus. He's like, I'm coming over to your house. Which I don't know if you guys ever do this, but when people are coming over to your house, do you like panic clean? Where you're like, oh my gosh. All in the closet. When you come over to my house, don't open any closets. There's a million things about to fall out of the closet. So just, yep, thank you for that. I'm not the only one. Don't go into my closets, all right? Hang on. So we panic, right? Like Zacchaeus didn't get to even panic clean, all right? He didn't even have time for that. Jesus is like, yeah, come over to your house. If Jesus was coming to my house, I would really actually clean. Not just like panic clean. I would like really clean, right? But Zacchaeus doesn't get that chance. Also, when Jesus is coming over to your house, are you like, hey, Jesus, would you like some water? Or I don't even, what do you cook for Jesus when he comes over to your house? Like, I don't know, Jesus, like, you want some steak or something? Like, I don't know. I don't even know. Although I did make a really good steak this week, so maybe that's what I would make for Jesus if he came to my house. But here's the thing. We're watching this, we're reading this. They go, hey, why did Jesus go and hang out with this notorious sinner? Not just a sinner, a notorious. He was well known as a sinner. Zacchaeus stood before Jesus, and without any other conversation, he says, I will give half my wealth to the poor, Lord. And if I've cheated people on their taxes, I'll give them back 4 times as much. This conversation goes quickly. Zacchaeus, I'm going to come over to your house real quick. Zacchaeus climbs down out of the tree and goes, Jesus, I'm sorry. Jesus didn't have to say, listen, you heathen in the tree. He didn't have to say, listen, Zacchaeus, how much money you been stealing over there? All right? How much money you got hiding back there? He already knew. You see, he knew the man by name. He said, Zacchaeus, come over to your house today. Zacchaeus was broken. You see, there aren't words that always need to be shared. Jesus knows. Jesus knows everything about us. He says, I'll give half my wealth to the poor. If I cheated them, I'll give them back 4 times as much. And then Jesus says, salvation has come to this home today. For this man has shown himself to be a true son of Abraham. Now here's the line that I want you to highlight. If you're a Twitter person, an Instagram person, this is your verse for tonight. It's at the end, it's verse 10. For the Son of Man came to seek and save those who are lost. Here's the truth. The truth is this, is that without Jesus, we are lost. That's not just talking about lost like you don't know how to get to school, or you're faking that you don't know how to get to school, right? Or get to your class, you're like, oh, give up my class, right? Some of y'all are like, sorry, it's not a Google Classroom. Actually, some of y'all are like, oh, give out a Google Classroom, sorry, can't find the Zoom link. No, y'all are heathens, all right?
Can't find my internet.
We're not talking about this kind of lost. Here's the kind of loss that we're talking about today. Outside of a relationship with Jesus, the only thing that gives us purpose and meaning in life is a relationship with Jesus. There's so many things in this life that are going to promise you happiness and fulfillment. They're going to be people around you. There's going to be messages on social media. They're going to say, hey, man, if you get into that next relationship, you're going to be satisfied. You're going to be content. It's not true. It might make you happy for a while, but it'll never fill the hole in your heart. Some of us just want to be liked by our parents. We just want our parents to be happy with us. We just want to be enough for our parents. Like if we were honest, that would be the thing in our lives that we'd say, man, I feel complete if I can just be enough for my parents. That won't be enough to fill the holes in my heart. Some of you would say, man, I just want that grade so I can get into that school. That if I could get into that school, I'll be fulfilled. As long as it's not U of A, I'm right there with you. Just kidding. It's okay if you want to repeat elementary school. It's all right. It's Here's the thing. There's a hole in our heart. It can be only filled by Jesus. Because Jesus knows your name. Jesus knows your name. He's walking in the middle of the crowd, and I hope you understand this. He says Zacchaeus, he's never met him before. If I walked up to you before I met you and said your name, you'd be like, bro, get away from me. That is creepy, right? But he doesn't do that. Like if I did that, you'd be like, what is happening? Jesus knows our name. He loves us and he cares for us. Here's what I want you to take away today. That last verse, the Son of Man came to seek and save those who are lost. You see, this whole seek and save the lost is that Jesus cares. He knows your name and he knows your story. You say, Tyler, you don't understand. You don't know the things that I've done. You don't know the things that happen when I'm at home alone by myself. You don't know the thoughts that are in the back of my head. And I'm saying you're right. I don't have to know because Jesus knows you. And as a matter of fact, not only does Jesus know you, know your name, but he loves you. He knows you. He knows the deepest, darkest parts of you, and he still loves you. And if you're going to walk away with one thing tonight, right? One sentence that I want you to walk away with. I want you to know that it's personal because Jesus knows your name. It's personal because Jesus knows your name. He cares about it. He knows all of your baggage. He knows all of your failures. He knows all of your hang-ups and your struggles and your situations. He knows everything, and he still loves you. So as you get ready to leave today, I want to remind you of that truth. For some of you, that may be the first time that you've heard that Jesus loves you. But it's true, he does love you. He loves you and he knows you. For some of you, that might mean you say, hey, this Jesus guy wants a relationship with me? Like he knows my name, he wants to come to my house? I want to find out more about that. I'm going to make myself available tonight. If you're like, hey, Tyler, what would it be like for Jesus to come and live in my house? I don't even know what the heck that means, but I'd like to talk about that. I'm going to hang out right here and be available to have that conversation with you. But here's what we're going to do. I'm going to pray for you guys, remind you of a couple quick things, and then I got to kick you out in 60 seconds. So you guys bow your heads, let's pray, and we're going to bounce. Dear Jesus, thank you so much for this moment, for this time, for this opportunity to worship you. I thank you for reminders like we get in Luke 19, where Zacchaeus is in a tree, has no idea what's about to happen, but you